To find out what life is like for those living with piranhas, I've come to visit an Amazon village where dealing with these fearsome neighbours is a daily occurrence. This remote place is actually called the Piranha Reserve. But what I soon learn is that it is in the dry season, when the water is low and the piranhas are concentrated, that the villagers are most at risk. It is a particular time of year. It's principally the months of September and October here. You can't even get in the water to have a wash. Main food item here is fish, so there you are. You have to clean the fish in order to prepare it for the meal, and just the smell of that will bring a concentration of piranhas there. So you've got to be careful. Keep your fingers nowhere near the water. But on one occasion, this family dropped their guard, with horrific consequences.
It
was a grandson of Julius.
Era a minha esposa.
Saying, you can't look after kids all the time. His wife was cleaning some fish off the back of the house, and the child just ran, as children do, from one side of the house to the other, and just fell in the water the other side. And he said, literally, they heard a noise, they got there, it was already too late.
A gente só via era com medo da piranha.
The child fell in the water and just didn't come up. All they said that they saw was just a turbulence in the water of the piranhas devouring the child, just literally moments after the child had fallen off the side of the boat.
Os ossos, né, da criança.
With nets, they were trying to sort of, retrieve the child, even while this was going on. And eventually, he said, all they got in was bones. E demorou quanto tempo para chegar nesse?
Esse foi rápido.
When I asked how long it took, he said, no, this happened very rapidly because there are just so many piranhas here. This is what I'd been searching for, a first-hand account of piranhas attacking, killing and eating a human. In this case, a 3-year-old boy who the grandfather preferred not to name. Yet the reality of hearing a story like this takes away all feelings of success I might have had. It's one thing to hear the myth of piranhas, but I mean, it's quite something else to talk to somebody who's actually seen the truth of that with their own eyes. If you consider that this is just one of hundreds or even thousands of similar isolated settlements found all along the Amazon, who knows how many more cases remain unreported. These lads are just, they're just balancing on pieces of wood about that wide. And I've just heard this horrific story about somebody falling into this water and getting just devoured in seconds. And they don't even seem bothered by it. Much as we might live with the ever-present threat of a lethal highway on our doorstep, these people continue their lives within feet of deadly piranhas. I guess, like a lot of things, living in a floating house like this with these piranhas underneath, after a while it's just there, it's just automatic. You just get used to it. There are just precautions that you take. You can't be thinking about it all the time. If you were, you just wouldn't be able to get on with your life. It's just this ever-present presence underneath and all around you. I set out on this journey to find an eyewitness to a piranha attack, in the hope that their evidence might give me the proof I needed to know if the bloodthirsty reputation of the piranha is justified. I've found that piranhas are sometimes shy, sometimes defensive, and they are somewhat misunderstood. But if you have a very specific combination of the right time of year, blood, the struggle of distress, and a trapped or weakened person, you will trigger a piranha feeding frenzy. In a river full of monsters, this is just a natural adaptation to life here in the Amazon. But no matter what, the piranha will continue to evoke fear and horror in each and every one of us. Want more of the world's wildest, strangest and most terrifying freshwater horrors? Visit our website